More now on the president's fight with social media and his executive order. Twitter calling that, quote, reactionary and politicized to try to roll back social media's legal shield, their legal protection from lawsuits over third-party content on their websites. Now, the way the law is written, that legal shield also can protect social media from lawsuits over them blocking others' content, including conservatives. Let's welcome First Amendment expert Hans von Spakovsky from the Heritage Foundation. Hans, this has lit up the Republican conservative world. They feel there's serious bias against them on social media. Here's the problem. An executive order can't change the law. Congress would have to change the law. The president can't do that. There's no consensus now to do that. And other conservatives are saying if you don't like it, just unplug your own account.
Well, yeah, but look, a majority of the public actually believes there's ideological bias in the social media platforms, and they're worried that they're censoring speech. Look, Twitter claims it's just a platform, not a publisher. But the fact check it did of the president raises serious questions about whether they are acting as an editor. And what the president has done in that executive order, and he's got the authority to do that, is he has told federal agencies not to spend advertising dollars on social platforms that actually have restrictive free speech policies. And he's asking federal agencies like the Department of Justice to examine whether they're engaging in unfair and deceptive trade practices. That's something that federal agencies do with all kinds of industries. So essentially what's going on is the government's going to take a hard look at whether tech companies are abusing their immunity, which is a privilege, not a right.
Let's listen to Attorney General Barr on this. I'd like your reaction to what the Attorney General said about this. Let's listen.
Now that they have become these very powerful networks of eyeballs, now that they've grown by holding themselves out as free public forums, they've now switched. And they are using that market power to force particular viewpoints. And that's wrong.
I think this, if Twitter were not honorable, if you're going to have a guy like this be your judge and jury, I think you shut it down as far as I'm concerned, but I'd have to go through a legal process to do that.
How would you shut down? Okay, the president can't just shut them down. Critics have said that. So here's the thing. Jack Dorsey of Twitter, CEO of Twitter, testified in 2018. He admitted, Twitter did censor and blank out 600,000 accounts, Twitter accounts, in search results because of their followers, many of them conservative. He's saying that basically violated our intended impartiality. He's admitting to it. So, that's the issue here. We're in an election year. These guys have a lot of power, Hans.
Well, they do, but this is an issue that the federal government and Congress needs to take a look at. If they are not just going to be a platform, if they are going to be an editor and a publisher, and they're going to restrict particular points of view, then their immunity needs to be re-examined whether they should have it or not.
All right. Hans von Spakovsky, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it.